Ancient history is flush with unsolved mysteries, some of which, from lost burial sites to sunken cities, has captivated the public imagination for centuries. And though some mysteries will likely never be solved, others are being chipped away at with the help of new technologies. As Berlin points out, a present-day archaeologist who finds a clay pellet may use an atomic reactor, among other tools, to deduce its chemical composition, whereas a 19th century archaeologist would have relied on a mere pickaxe and wheelbarrow. Here are some of the unsolved mysteries from history. Nazca Lines. Roughly 2,000 years ago, a pre-Inca civilization etched a series of enormous drawings into the dry coastal plain of Peru. Known as the Nazca Lines, these geoglyphs remained largely unknown until aircraft began flying over the area in the 1930s. To date, well over 1,000 designs have been located. Most are straight lines, stretching up to 30 miles, or geometric shapes, from trapezoids to spirals, while others depict animals and plants, including a spider, a hummingbird, a monkey, a whale, a two-headed snake, a dog, and a humanoid figure nicknamed the astronaut. As recently as 2022, 168 new geoglyphs were discovered, yet researchers still don't understand their purpose. One prominent hypothesis associates them with water rituals, though other guesses abound as well. Phanis Heracleion, an Egyptian port city on the Mediterranean Sea. Phanis Heracleion served as a major trading hub prior to the founding of nearby Alexandria around 331 BC. Mythical heroes Heracles and Helen of Troy both supposedly spent time there, around the 2nd century BC. However, the city center collapsed due to soil liquefaction, possibly triggered by earthquakes, tsunamis, or floods. Eventually, all of Phanis Heracleion sank underwater, where it remained lost to time until being rediscovered in the early 2000s by marine archaeologists. Since then, large statues, animal sarcophagi, temple ruins, pottery shards, jewelry, coins, and even 2,400-year-old fruit baskets have been pulled from the waves, thus shining new light on this real-life Atlantis. Plain of Jars. Thousands of lichen-covered stone jars from the Iron Age, some standing close to 10 feet tall and weighing several tons, dot the mountainous landscape of northern Laos. Carved largely from sandstone and found in groups ranging from just 1 to 400, legend holds that giants used them as wine glasses. Many archaeologists, on the other hand, believe they served as funerary urns, though much remains unknown about their purpose, how they were moved into place, and the civilization that produced them. Recent research dates at least some of the stone jars to as early as 1240 BC, which would make them far older than the human remains buried nearby. Complicating matters is that many of the jars stand in fields of unexploded munitions, the vestige of a massive U.S. bombing campaign during the Vietnam War, and therefore cannot be safely studied. Guanabara Bay. Acting on a tip from locals, controversial shipwreck explorer Robert Marks claimed in 1982 to have discovered a number of twin-handled Roman vases, known as amphoras, in Brazil's Guanabara Bay. According to Marks, the barnacle-covered amphoras provided proof that the Romans were the first Europeans in Brazil, having predated the Portuguese by over 1,000 years. He was never able to fully explore the site, as the Brazilian government banned him from the country for alleged looting and halted underwater exploration altogether. Marx responded by accusing Brazil's navy of dumping sediment on the amphoras so as not to have to rewrite history. To this day, a Roman presence on Brazil's coast remains highly unproven. Parecas Candelabra. To the northwest of the Nazca Lines, carved into a hillside overlooking Peru's Pisco Bay, lies the Parecas Candelabra, another massive geoglyph that stretches some 600 feet from top to bottom. Though pottery found at the site has been dated to around 200 BC, No one knows the age of the candelabra itself. Its raison d'etre remains equally fuzzy. One theory holds that it served as a navigational tool for sailors, whereas another claims it depicted the creator god's trident. Sacsayhuaman. Elsewhere in Peru, just outside Cusco, stands the remains of the Sacsayhuaman fortress, which was painstakingly constructed by the Incas in the 1400s. Much like at Machu Picchu, Inca laborers somehow moved enormous rocks into place, some of which weighed 125 tons or more before masons cut them, using only bronze and stone tools, and fitted them together without mortar. Though Spanish colonizers dismantled much of the site for building materials, Sacsayhuaman has remained structurally sound enough to withstand large earthquakes and other ravages of time.